All right, let's get into it. It's not Halloween, but we're in costume anyway. Woo! I was going to use that No Nut November joke. You're right. Nothing scarier than voluntarily not being allowed to masturbate. Terrifying. Well, I'm going to drink this fucking... I don't know if it shows up on camera, but yeah, it's peach, which is the pumpkin of the tree, so... it's orange. It's peach colored. Welcome to the day after Halloween stream, where we're gonna do everything I was gonna do yesterday before fucking baseball happened. So what does that entail? Well, if you read the description. Hold on a sec here. Don't want to touch it with my orange hands, There's like literally orange shit all over my fucking every light switch and door handle in this apartment. Currently, orange. Anyways, what was I saying? Sorry, I'm a little bit got real hungover yesterday, and then I may or may not have consumed a product that's gonna make me sound a little retarded today. So this is gonna be a DEI pumpkin stream for sure. Whatever. Let's just hope I don't say anything that's a little too on the nose for our friends at YouTube. But there's only fucking 2 people watching the stream anyway, so it's fine. Single digits. I could say whatever I want, god damn it. But anyway, so what did the Halloween stream entail? Well, it's got the setup, which I'm not going to take down yet. I'm probably going to leave this up for probably a couple weeks. So it'll be up tomorrow for sure. Tomorrow there's going to be an afternoon stream where we're going to be talking about gacha games, brand new gacha games, and I'm going to be giving it a review. And it's going to be a little bit more in depth, I guess. Like it's going to be a bit more. I can't really think of another word than in depth. More like constructive in a way. So it's informative. If you give a shit about Chinese slappa, Korean slappa gacha games, well then that's gonna be the stream for you, and it's gonna be at a normal human being hour of not 8 o'clock at night on a Sunday. That's for sure. And I might even be too hungover to do it. We'll see. We'll see how it happens with the Jays tonight. Go Jays. We are currently sitting at scoreless, but we got Jays on first and second right now, so we're good there. We're going to win tonight, guys. It's coming home. Baseball's coming home. So I will gradually update you as it goes along with that while we play horror games. So you're going to be like, oh, look at this like spooky little game. And then I'll just be like, Jay scored. Baseball's coming home, baby. I don't give a fuck if it's America's sport. You're going to have hockey. Leafs fucking suck this year. Anyways. What are we doing on this stream? I'm gone off the fucking rail already. Doesn't matter. So we're going to be playing a couple smaller, more, we can get them done in a sitting multiple times kind of thing. Little short games, which is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. A couple of them I've heard of, not played, but I've heard good things about them. Secondly, or I guess firstly in this case, that's the core of the experience. Imagine that ball didn't stick under the track. Yeah. So that's going to be the core of the experience. I know it was a very painful game to watch. I won't lie last night, but we're not going to talk about Game 6, Game 7, baby. That's all I give a fuck about. Anyways, so secondly is going to be the core contingent of the. It's going to be like a sandwich, I guess. So the meat of it is going to be slop, little small games. The top bun is to celebrate No Nut November. We're going to goon a little bit. We're going to get a little goonery. And what that means is we're going to take a look at the Azur Lane skins, and we're going to have a good laugh and good chuckle at that, and be like, man, this shit's only 16 plus on the App Store. And then the top of the bun is we're going to play through the first Faith game. It's all wrestling. It has to go to Game 7 for the ticket too. It's true. It is a bit of a fucking gong show like that. Like, I think this Game 7 is the most expensive sporting event in Canada now or something like that, as far as like ticket sales. So we're going to put the pirate hat on top of our pumpkin hat. Because it is the pirate theme stream. Now, this was all supposed to be last week, mind you. But I got sick, as I often do. I got sick. Didn't feel like streaming. Now I'm sick because I drank too much alcohol, and I'm going to offset that by drinking more alcohol. Very irresponsible. But this is my stream. I do whatever I fucking want. It's a little hassle as well, too. So, let's get into it. Let's start with the Goon. I didn't talk about the top one. Yeah, we're going to play the first Faith. And then we'll finish off the trilogy as we're probably next weekend, just because the first one is old and very simple to play. And the rest of it is a bit more, a little more deep, a little more deeper of a product for us to consume. Anyways, so let's jump into the Azur Lane skins. So, let me just actually change that, and then we can go to our little screen. There we go. So, some of these are old, some of these are new. As you can tell just by the screenshot, it's very horny. Very not No Nut November safe if you have to pull your penis to animate one. I'm not judging you if you do. I'm an old man, you know what I mean? I went through my phases of being and I'm still a gooner to an extent. Like I'm still like a not a spiritual gooner, but like a gooner in the sense that it's just like I consume this slop, you know what I mean? But I just don't have the need to furiously coom to everything that is, you know, handed in front of me. This is gonna stay, right? Yes, it is. Even if I bob around. Okay. Whatever. So, where was I with this? So yeah, these are some of the new skins, some of the old skins. So you don't play Azur Lane. I want to say 3. This is the 3rd year of it now, I think. 3rd or 4th year. I haven't really. I don't know. I have to double check. But they added a faction to the game. We'll go and sort by faction here. They're called Tempesta. So these are all pirate ships. Historical pirate ships, obviously. So it's a game where they take real World War II battlefield, where it's out the battleships where thousands of men. Fuck off. Okay, can't keep. Maybe just don't play with it. Pumpkin hat's going on too. There we go. Maybe I was irresponsible in consuming those gummies, but I don't care. I don't care anymore. None of this matters. Anyways, where were we? Okay, so World War II battleships. So they got World War II battleships. They added in a mode fairly recently where there's like World War I and World War II era transport ships, but for the Halloween stuff, as a little fun diversion, these are all like Golden Age of Pirates era pirate ships, and some of them are not so much pirate ships, but like privateers and other notable wooden ships from that era, kind of like that. I'm looking at myself a little bit on the camera here, and I look like a pumpkin version of Art the Clown, but on meth. Base is loaded, by the way, for the Jays. Let's go. Fuck you, Japan. Anyways. So we got some of them, like famous ones, right? We got like Royal Fortune. So this is the OG one. Now, she doesn't look like a pirate ship there because that's the swimsuit skin. But she is sort of like a fan favorite character now. So like it's not some like they're gimmicky because they only come out on Halloween and they're generally Halloween themed and stuff like that. But for the most part, like a lot of these characters are fan favorites now, which is kind of cool. Like Fancy's another one, which is if you've ever seen my shit posting on the gram. We'll show her original skin here too. Like she's like a abyssal sea monster. So some of them, all of them have like not all of them, but most of them have. Oh, they blew it up. The base is loaded. God damn it. Anyways, most of them have like horrible squidgular like Halloween themed things. So this one's like Golden Hind, for example. This is one of the I think last year's skins. So it's Goonie, but it's not quite Goonie enough. So this is one of this year's, as you know. And as we've talked about, it's escalated. And I don't know if you can see it so much on my screen, But this is the pirate ship Pearl, as you can see with the pearl themes. And I don't know if I can zoom, but she's got a pearl thong on as well too, which is showing. So this is like shit that like they're really goon maxing with this, which is pretty wild. This is the other one too, which is Queen Anne's Revenge, which is Blackbeard's pirate ship, right? We got the bow covering the nipples. Very, very goonery. Very not November safe. And this is one of the other ones. This is supposed to be one of the not pirate ships, but more. Just gonna take it off. I'm not gonna fight with it. We're not doing a horror one, but this is more of like one of the like pirate hunter types, kind of like that, right? You can tell by the original skin, which looks a little bit more less horrible sea monster, more kind of like angel-esque, and that Pearl's sort of the same way as well too, which is kind of cool. That's true. This whole baseball season is a psyop. I agree. Carney paid them, but I'll take it. Listen, I hate. Let me just like lay this down right now before they pass any sort of hate speech bill, which is going to put me in prison. I hate this country, and I mean that in like the most genuine way possible. But I mean that from like a place of like fondness for what it used to be. And that's not because there's brown people or any sort of like weird racist thing, but it's just like we've sold our soul to the devil, which was Justin Trudeau, right? As fucking lazy as it is to blame that party, but like we've just like it sucks, man. Toronto sucks too. Toronto's always been a soulless husk, and as someone who kind of lives in its vicinity, I dislike it greatly. It upsets me that it exists, and I have to kind of, bask in its presence on a regular basis. But here we are. All right, so that's the gooning session. A little comfy little opener there, just to get you excited. And then the next game we're gonna play, once I'm done complaining about Toronto and Canada, very briefly, is a game called Clap Clap, which involves clapping. I'm familiar with it only in the sense that I was like asleep while I was watching like a video playthrough of it or something like that. So I haven't actually experienced it properly in any sort of capacity. So you're gonna experience it with. But anyways, I don't like it here. But I do support our stupid sports teams. When we're in a situation where Canada is, playing hockey or something like that, then of course, obviously, I'm going to support Canada in that regard. It's weird because it looks like I'm looking at the camera. Anywhere that's like kind of black, it's like a shiny black, so it doesn't look like I have anything on. Hold on, I'm gonna light up for a sec here. Like, yeah, it's weird that or I rubbed it off, but I look like a junkie that wanted to be a cross of somewhere between Art the Clown and a pumpkin, and that's sort of what it is at the end of the day. So. But we're gonna be in another costume tomorrow. Not as colorful, but it will be a costume while we do our gotcha review, because I'm gonna have to set up. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Nothing matters. Anyways, as I was saying, so we're gonna be playing Clap Clap. Let's jump back into it here. Boop, boop. So this is part of I guess it's a series. Because when I kind of had it open briefly and I closed it just so I can make sure everything loaded properly, it said that there's another Nightmare Files game that's going to be coming out. So that means more content in the future. Maybe it's out already. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. I'm not going to look it up right now because we're going to play it instead. So this is Clap Clap. This is a game that's designed to be played in a sitting. So we're going to rip through it. We're going to get clapped. We're going to get scared. And it's going to be a good time. So October 8th, 1984. So it's a long time ago. It's older than me. Excuse me. I saw an ad in a newspaper about a house sitting job. Since I was short on cash, I decided to sign. We'll hit that continue button and watch the Unity gears spin, because this is very much a Unity game. Very drinkable. Quite the neighborhood, huh? We have to find Maxime's house. Skip the sprint. That's a man in an orange shirt. Or a woman, I'm not sure. It's a man. Excuse me, I'm trying to find a house in the street. Can you help me out? Sure, which house are you looking for? I also have an orange shirt, so this guy is a friend of a friend. So I'm looking for Maxime's place. He hired me to look after it while he's away. Maxime, huh? Interesting. He usually asks you to watch his place. I'm Marco Butowski, by the way. Nice to meet you, Marco. Can you tell me where his house is? Of course. It's 2 houses down. Mine's right here. Our neighbor Savo in the middle. And then Maxime's place. You can't miss it. Thanks, Marco. Appreciate it. No problem. Now, if you excuse me, I just got my home automation system in the mail. I'm really excited. Oh, that sounds interesting. What does it do? Well, it's supposed to make life a whole lot easier, you know, controlling the lights, temperature, even the security system. Pretty cool stuff. Wow, that does sound convenient. Why did you decide to get it? Partly because of the recent disappearances happening. But mainly because our neighbor Savo got one and won't stop raving about it. He left for vacation right after installing it, said it has built-in surveillance system and all. Guess he wanted to keep an eye on things while he's away. Well, I hope you enjoy setting up. Thanks again for the directions, Marco. No problem. If you need anything, I'm just a house away. Very helpful. So he's got Clap Clap brand cereal, which he's shoving into his mailbox for some reason. Listen, these are people of a somewhat Slavic sounding name, which I doubt there'd be any sort of like suburbia, unless they're Polacks. I don't think it's true. You know, this game takes place in like Dearborn in the 80s or some shit, but I digress. What do I know? So that's his house there. So the one with the lights on. This is Savo's house. Very much on vacation. Got a Clap Clap certified smart house. Okay. This must be it. And we're also got Clap Clap certified smart house, or else this game wouldn't be called Clap Clap, I imagine. I think the homeowner mentioned the keys would be in the backyard. I should go and check. Gate's open. Or there's no gate, one of the two. Not promising. Oh, a little arm action there. Put in the flower pots. There they are. Let's see if these work. We got some ominous wind chimes. Very spooky. Back garage, which is a very odd design for a house, but what do I know? What do I know? Oh, you gotta push it. Ooh. It's pretty dark. That's welcoming. They did say it was a smart house. In 1984? Come now. Empty freezer. Looks like mine. Hey, thanks for house sitting. Make sure to check the mailbox, water the plants, throw out the trash. Press Q to toggle the lights on, off in any room. Once you're finished, help yourself to food in the kitchen. Okay. Just like home, my to-do list. Alright, time to get acquainted. Like, I understand that you got someone else coming in, but like... Okay, so Q is clapping. So it's clap, clap. Lights are on. Little picture frame there. Little view of the neighborhood. Fuck your painting, or your photo. It was the monster. Jesus. fighting with the doors here. This is the rubber duck room. They all landed in the bath. Very mysterious. His and her sink. Oh, we should be responsible. Shut the lights off. Damn it. $300 jump scare ideas. Very spooky. It's the backyard. Very scary. Very ominous. That's a closet. See, that's a more accurate look at what a computer would look like in 1984. Caution, do not enter. Whoa, an achievement. So we looked at all the upstairs rooms. We clapping. Another shitter. A very ominous washing machine. Very spooky. We'll leave the lights on there. The Gurge. Pretty large garage. I'd fuck with that. Let's go get the mail. Only $97 for this? From Clappertown, California. That's a good value even for the time. Even after in this economy, a clapping. I gotta pull the door open. Get that mail, baby. A missing letter? Missing house sitter, huh? Sounds like the beginning of a mystery novel. It says R to rotate. Oh. Gotta water those plants, baby. I did leave the door open to the house, you're right. That's why there's spooky noises. This is a horror game after all. I didn't notice the status bar either for the. Got some ominous footsteps around us. Very scary. Oh. Ah, it's just the neighbors. Leave the front open. Grab the trash in the kitchen, which is, I assume, this, right? Mayhaps I have to close the door. Oh. Bag's heavier than I expected. It's got some bones. Well, that's one of 300 jump scares. Stop. You scared the shit out. I'm Agent Ristolino, Federal Investigation Bureau. It's FIB, baby. I need to ask you a few questions. 20 milligrams. There are reports of disturbances in this area, disappearances, strange phenomena. We're conducting an investigation. Yeah, I've heard everything's fine here, just taking out the trash. Are you sure? We have reason to believe there's more to this neighborhood than meets the eye. It's a clap. It's gonna kill us. Yeah, 100%. Just taking out the trash, you know? Alright, keep your eyes and ears open. We need to get to the bottom of this. Of course, will do. Thanks, Inspector. No problem. Stay safe out of there. Famous last words. FIB open up achievement. I know. Spaghetti Man. Ristolino. Fucking wops. Fucking. Close the lid. Hell yeah. Oh, there was something in there clapping. Two days away. It's the clapper. Oh, we can enter the do not enter room. One would reckon. I must be tired. A little claustrophobic. A little bowl of clap clap. Imagine eating cereal in someone else's bed. It's such a fucking That's pretty grime, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh hoo hoo. Phenomenal seminar. Clapping cheeks for sure. There we go, Baby J scored 3. Let's go! Alright, we're gonna win this. It's gonna be phenomenal. Uh-oh. Oh, I gotta physically get up. What was that? Where's Detective Restolino when you need him? Uh-oh. Figure out what is going on. Okay. How about I just leave? The door's locked from the outside. Ristolino. Whoa. Spooky. There was a mysterious figure in the window. Ah! Rubber duckies! Someone's having a spasm. No time to run, only time to clap. Quick, to the garage. I think we died. Yeah, we got clapped. It is spooky. You got a chiropractic adjustment. Calls for more nicotine. We gotta lock in, boys. So the achievement was you got clapped by the clock. Very scary. There he is. Okay, so we gotta trigger the spook. Clap, clap. Door won't open all the way. The fuck? What did I do? Oh, the fucking picture's in the way. That's the meta. We gotta go downstairs, trigger the spooky sick. I don't remember what it was. Door's locked. Whoa. So I'm curious how we do get out, because obviously we can go into the garage. So that's the man who's going to clap our cheeks. So the front door doesn't work, right? Oh, jump through the window. Oh shit. Alright, we're gonna fucking Dead by Daylight this bitch. Let me jump! Damn it. Damn it! Alright. Try this again. Yeah, look at clock, look at door. Get up. Okay, we got this down to a science now. Clap, clap. Clap, clap. Nothing in there. Clap, clap. I don't remember which room it was that we gotta clap and just go in here. Oh, wow, scary. What was that? What was that clap? Oh, my God. It was, this room that we're going to clap into. So there's our friend, Rubber Ducky. I'm going to drop him. Okay. I didn't even see him that time. I'm gonna clap, yeah. So I got it. I know the strat now, guys. Don't worry. So what we did earlier with the Dead by Daylight. Shit game, by the way. Fucking worst community on the planet, but. Whoa. We got some gun here. Clap, clap. Spooky tubers to play your game. Oh. A little Markiplier action there. Ah. There's a duck. Oh yeah, we gotta go all the way in. Distorted audio, man. We're gonna move the duck over here. Tactical floating duck. Rubber ducky. And we're gonna run to the front door. We're gonna follow the instructions this time. Watch this shit. Ah, he's tweaking! And get stuck on the fucking door. Okay, we're gonna try the other window this time, but I'm just not gonna get stuck on fucking stairwell. So you know I'm not good at video games because it's taken us fucking 4 tries now to beat this. I'm not good at Unity slop horror games. Got it down to a science, though. To the bathroom. Go in there afterwards. Whoa. So many jump scares. Alright, we Dead by Daylight this shit. So why can't I jump out the window? Well, that's just like a very specific window that I'm not acknowledging. So I've tried to. So maybe it's not me. Maybe I'm not the retard. Maybe the game is. Did like the window open in this room maybe when we didn't notice it? Because that does go to the front yard. Is there windows in here that are open? Now I do notice that like the window does highlight, like not the window, the front door does highlight when we when it's like, oh, you gotta run towards the front door. Yeah, like there's like a little objective there. Is there like a window I'm not seeing? Oh, it's like by the front door. That's stupid. Need to get away far from here as possible. Being pursued by the clapper? No. Kept running until I reached the nearest police station. Investigating authorities found Marco's lifeless body in his house. So that's a neighbor. Meanwhile, Maxime's remains were stuffed in the trash outside of his house. Their neighbor Savo disappeared under similar circumstances. His remains have yet to be found. Despite the eerie scratches on the walls of my harrowing account, no trace of the creature is ever discovered. The case remains unsolved, leading an unsettling mystery behind. So this is the sequel. Which might just... It's got that TikTok-ass voice included in it as well, too. Alright, so that was Clap Clap. Very cool, I guess. I don't know. I'm a little annoyed that, like, it's like... Hey, we have physical open windows. And, no, you're not... Don't jump through those, though. Those aren't the ones you gotta jump through. Alright, score is 3-1. Bottom of the fourth now. Gays are up to bat again. Let's go... Alright, so that was 1 of 3. One of 3. 1 of 3. So we have 2 more to go through. And this spookiest of days. So it was fun, I guess. Wasn't I think it was about what I was expecting for like a... Now keep in mind, that's another thing I gotta clarify, is this is a free game on Steam. So this is $0, free to download. Free product. Don't worry, we got another one. We'll be here having fun. Don't worry. I'll be drinking. And the Jays will be winning. And the spooks will be spooking. But no nothing. It's November 1st. You got 30 days to not touch your penis. It's my setup, by the way. I don't know if you saw the whole thing. There's bats. Very spooky. There's a bat on the door over there, too. Like my fat head's in the way. Very spooky setup. Got candles. Over here is less spooky. This is more goon. But I got we're 5 of 6 away from finishing that Nikkei figure set. So we're waiting for one more in the mail to come from Amazon Japan whenever they decide they're going to ship it out. What am I drinking? This is soju. Because Otani's pitching and the Japanese man fears the Korean white wine. Actually, no, they love that shit. What do I say? So that was a silly game. Now we're going to play a little more serious of a game, as it were. Not really truly serious. So this one's called The Children of the Clay, which, to my understanding, is very highly acclaimed in the realm of free to download. Once again, no money. It's free on Steam. If you're a slut for achievements on Steam, they're free. We got a couple free ones that we'll be playing in the future as well, too. But this is the Children of the Clay. Now, like I said, highly acclaimed, and from my understanding as well too, this uses only claymation animation as well too, which is also part of the name of the idea. You can see a little ominous object in the background there, very ominously being ominous and spooky on a spookiest of streams. Now this one is. Oh, I'm gonna turn the light on for a sec. I'm going to break the spooky kayfabe. This is blueberry. I'm orange, but this is blueberry. So we're going to drink that. It's going to be very good. Last one was peach. Very, I'll say this. This is a much quick soju review. This is a much nicer than the peach, I gotta say. Reminds you a lot of blackberry bubbly, which we also got to wash it all down. A little bit of that hydration. Have a sip of that while we're here. Very spooky. Very. The fucking light switch there is fucking orange as shit right now. Anyways, play button is covered by my fat head, so we're gonna click that play button. Time is 45 and 5 and 40 past 11. So it's 11:45. Professor Ortvay, he writes again. I've received another artifact from my old friend, Professor Ortvay. He writes again. I'm going to move my head for a sec here. Hold on. Pardon me. He writes again about how he misses his working with me out in the field, and in his remorse about the accident. I immediately felt a chill down my spine and was once again back in the cave, trapped and hopeless. I composed myself. I need to focus on my work. Time to start the examination. So we're going to examine something. There's not going to be any clapping, only examining. Name, artifact, number 297. Site, Kurgan Burial Mound, 7B, Ural Mountains. Material, clay. Age, unknown. Function, unknown. So we're out in the Urals. We're out in the, I guess that's like Hungary, out east type things. That's a very spooky looking thing. The feature resembles a human face. The face. So we got, what do we got here? A matchbook. You can open and close it. You can take it. Can I drag it and light it? That'd be kind of neat. Let me do that. Let me strike it. There we go. We'll light the candle for ominous nature. We got a little fake candle here. Got fake candles in the back too. There's a fake candle in the pumpkin. I don't know if you can see the pumpkin, but it's there. It's very spooky. All right, so what's this? Magnifying glass. Ooh. Very spooky. What's this? I don't know what it is. And we got a book. Okay. We can search for words. The face. Let's search for face. I didn't mean to put that extra E in there. Face. Ah! Can we spin this guy? Oh, we can. Ooh. Looks like a metal object embedded in the artifact. Doesn't seem like this is possible to extract it. Maybe I can find out what kind of metal it is. What if we type in metal? There we go. Earliest archaeological support of smelting, hot metallurgy, is dated to around 6,000 to 5,000 BC. So a long fucking time ago. Oh, there's a bullpen fight. Ooh, see, I told you we're gonna break out here. Got somebody on base too. It's hard to be immersed when there's baseball. But we're gonna be serious. The most common metals found on archaeological sites are iron, copper, lead, tin, zinc, and their alloys. Because iron is magnetic. Am I blocking it still too? I am. All right, we're gonna move back in the corner here. We're gonna cover the book, but you know the book's there, and I gotta click it. Because iron is magnetic, can be easily distinguished from the met, and then there's a little note here that says the compass is detecting a magnetic. Oh, it's a compass. Okay. So that's what it is. Okay, so it's iron. Earliest known ironwork is dated from 3500 BC and made of meteoric iron. There are two main types of ironwork: wrought iron, or cold iron, and cast iron. Cold iron has a long and varied tradition in the mythology and folklore of the world. Okay. So what if we type in folklore? Nothing. What about cold? I can't put space. Cold iron. There we go. Cold iron is historically believed to repel, contain, or harm ghosts and fairies, witches, and other malevolent supernatural creatures. We got a horseshoe there. This belief continued into later superstitions in a number of forms. Superstition. Did I spell that right? Superstition. What were the cold iron? Supernatural creatures. Ghosts? No. Ooh. So I know the compass works. The iron object. So my theory is that obviously the object, there's something inside of it that's spooky. And that's what's keeping it held there. Look at its caboose. God, a face for radio, eh? Let's try mythology. Because what else did it say? Cold iron. Ghosts, fairies, witches, supernatural. Supernatural? There's a picture of a horseshoe, maybe a horseshoe? Cold iron. Let's pull it back up again. I feel like there's got to be something in here that triggers. Historically, to repel, contain, or harm ghosts, fairies, witches, and other malevolent supernatural creatures. This belief continued into superstitions. What if we try superstitions with an S? I spelled malevolent wrong, but what about belief? I'm just gonna start throwing things in the dark here. Demons. Mythology. Myth. What else could it be? I guess object was too vague, eh? Blue Jays. Couldn't find anything relevant. But the Toronto Blue Jays are relevant. The face. Face. I guess Haunted is a good one, yeah. Haunted. Occult. We tried Supernatural, I'm pretty sure. Listen, I'm hard-pressed to believe a book that is covering mythology in some way doesn't have the word supernatural in there somewhere. What about Iron Object? Maybe Afterlife too, I'll try that. We're just throwing shit in the dark. So, I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but there's like a number. We have... So we have to find 11 words. I think I tried demons already. Hail. Hail. Nope. We obviously have to investigate this guy more. Or spirits, yeah, maybe that would be good. Spirit. What about idol? Religion. Paganism. I think I tried icon as well already. Goth girls. Just like me, can't find nothing. Killing myself. Maybe symbol. Some sort of... Ooh, we found some. Seem to be some sort of runes, but I don't recognize the type. Maybe I can find something in my books. There we go. We got a lead, guys. Runes. Example of rune and uniform writings. The letter U is written differently. Orkhan, Rovus, and Futhark. So it's not going to be Futhark because that's Viking runes. That's a good one. Goth Latinas. Why live? So what do we got here? That looks a little... Would you say that's Orkhan runes? Orkhan. More Rovas. Rovas. Rovas script or Old Hungarian. Ah, see, I was right, Hungary. Is a writing system used in writing in Hungarian language. After the establishment of the Christian Hungarian kingdom, the old writing system was partly forced out of use and the Latin alphabet was adopted. However, among some professions, the script has remained in use. For example, the shepherds used it to track the number of animals. Old Hungarian letters are usually written right to left. So we wrote it down here, it looks like, the runes. That's handy. Okay. Rovas, sorry. So, I'm going to open up my notepad. And we're going to decipher these goddamn fucking runes. Notepad. I'm going to do it on my other screen here. But you're gonna trust me that I'm not looking up anything. I'm just literally we're gonna do it. We're gonna play this fair and square. That's why I was getting mad. That it was just like, okay. So right to left. So we're doing this Japan style, or I guess Jewish style. So we got big squiggly. So that's a U. Then we got H, sort of H looking thing. That's an R. Then this little cross-looking guy. That one is... Where's this little cross-looking guy here? D. Erd. Listen, unlike pirate software, I try, okay? I'm not a genius. Urdu, okay? I don't pretend to be a genius. Erdun. And then that fucking little F looking thing. Where's that? Because that's not like the G. Like that very Hungarian sounding name kind of nomenclature. It's not the Z either. It's not the P because it has 3 dashes. Maybe this guy took the name down wrong. Yeah, because it's got like almost like an F. Is there anything on here that my brain can process that looks like an F? It's not the A. It's not dump. Yeah, I definitely work at... My dad works at Blizzard, you know that? There we go, second half of the game, 3-1, let's go. They're winning this, I fucking believe. I believe just as much as... Could be the L? Or, oh, it's like a G, or dump. It sounds like a language group. That's me, baby. I'm using the wrong keyboard. Erdung. There we go. Let's try that. Erdung. Ah! Let's go! Got that runologist. Erdung is a shape-shifting demonic creature from early Hungarian paganism. In pre-Christian beliefs, it ruled the lower world and helped God in creating the earth. After Christianization, it was identified with the devil. One of the oldest Erdung myths is recorded in the Ugger tablet found in the Ural Mountains. Don't worry, you're on YouTube. You can go back and watch the skin review. I might even go back to it before we get into Faith. Don't worry, because I didn't even do a good job. I was kind of in a... Now I'm drunk and the Jays are winning. I'm fucking soaring. Don't worry. We'll do a quick... I'll do another Goon review just for y'all. Don't worry. Illustration of the devil from the Codex Gigas 1370. Okay. Iron object. Okay, so we got that. Erdung. Okay, so we got to figure out another word for that. Erdung. So, what if we type in devil? Could not find anything. Yugra, maybe? Yugra? Ah! Found in the Ural Mountains, the Ugger tablet depicts the legend of the star that fell to Earth, and out of the star, 7 children of Erdung crawled out. According to the legends, the children cause misfortune, sickness, and death to mankind, but the Rave Taltoshan uses cunning to lure and trap the creatures. Out of the 7 children, only 6 are depicted in the tablet. This could be because of the damage, but one hypothesis states that this is the evidence of the seventh children being the folk creature Mamoosh. Now, I know what Mamoosh is. So we're going to type in Mamoosh. There we go. The Mamoosh is an invisible creature that scares children in the Hungarian folklore. It is most often associated with darkness, but there is no description of its shape, even in the beliefs of other peoples. According to some assumptions, there is no description of its shape because depiction of its shape anywhere because for everyone it is the embodiment of their own fears. Oh, we got something happening. Interesting. Some sort of dark liquid is flowing out of the holes. On No Nut November, looks like the dark liquid loosened the metal object. Oh, we're gonna pull it out, eh? Certified retard moment. Let me guess. Oh. The flame is extinguished when in close proximity to the dark liquid. A little heartbeat going on there, too. Very spooky. Ooh. What on earth? You pick up the candle and investigate. Okay, so we fucked up. And now we're paying for the punishment, consequences of our own actions, guys. A little bookshelf here. Need to figure out what is happening before I leave. What the fuck is that? Dark stains lead away from the sculpture to the left. Oh. So we got some more spooky ass fucking sculpture, Neolithic artifacts. Jesus. Oh. That's unsettling. I stumbled in the darkness trying to find my way towards the door and away from that wretched thing. I reach out with my hand to find something. There's a wall here. There's nothing in front of me. Air feels colder here. There's a wall here and I feel some sort of moss growing on it. There's a wall here. There's nothing in front of me. There's a wall here. There's a wall in front of me. So, you caught the beginning. He talked about how he was traumatized by a cave-in. And just going by the little ambient audio here, there's a wall here and I feel some sort of... We're trapped in a cave. There's nothing in front of me. Nothing in front of me. The wall here, but it feels very cold like rock. There's nothing in front of me. There's a wall in front of me. Is this not where I came from? There's a wall here. There's a wall in front of me. Am I losing my mind? Jaundice, eh? Well, get well. Oh, I have jaundice. Oh, I misread that completely. I thought you were like, oh, you're dying. Yeah, no, I'm fucking dying. That's what happens when you drink and do drugs and are retarded. What's a liver? Why have the liver if you're not going to abuse it? R.I.P. me, baby. No, this can't be happening. I remember the matches I keep in my pocket. There is a single one left. It takes a few seconds before I dare light it. I was right. Well, I mean, it was obvious, but... Woo! Shouldn't have fucking pulled the thingy out, you know? Excerpt from the newspaper article titled The Children of Clay. Just a few months ago, after the disappearance of the esteemed archaeologist and the incident involving a broken artifact, the team working on the remote site in the Urals has made an astonishing discovery. A previously unknown underground chamber containing a dozen similarly small clay figures has been discovered. They are already in contact with several universities across the globe to further study them. Very scary. Oh, we got an achievement. Wow, we won. Balas Ranya, eh? Balaj Ranya. Cool. All right, that was fun. There's a Japanese translation too, just in case you're Japanese, you want it translated. Guess what? We don't like the Japanese people right now. Fuck Shohei Ohtani. Amazing orange tree. That's me. All right. I'm not going to sit through the credits here. Or am I? Maybe there's an achievement. Ooh, Catalan translation. Oh, fuck. Originally made for Cosmic Horrors Game Jam 3. This does feel like a Game Jam game, I gotta say. But I will give it this. I do fuck with it a little bit. It is pretty fun. For something as like simple and short as that, didn't overstay its welcome in my opinion. What I did notice is that we didn't find all of the clues. Sony, Mitsubishi, Nintendo, fuck them. Especially Nintendo. Nintendo can get fucked, and you can quote tweet me on that. You can clip it when I say fuck Nintendo. Okay. I'm glad they're losing that lawsuit with Palworld because fuck them. Fuck them. This is my pumpkin ass says fuck him. All right, we're at my desktop. You can see my Azur Lane background. Wow, phenomenal. All right. Last thing we're going to play tonight is we're going to play through the first Fate. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be very spooky. It's going to be very outdated and spooky. Oh, yeah, you can see the pumpkin. Look at that. That's very spooky. That thing's been here since last year. That was part of the last year's setup. Now, I had more costumes, and then we're gonna save some of them for next year. As funny as that sounds, because I will be doing this again next year because I can't be bothered to not stream. But remember, the streaming industry is collapsing. VTubing is collapsing. I'm not a VTuber, but that's a symptom that it's my time to shine. My fat ass. I'm the next guy. Okay, I'm the next Mizkit without the sexual abuse allegations. Or covering, so he covered for sexual abuse and it was abusive to his girlfriend. Listen, I don't know. These people are retarded. So yeah, we're gonna play through the first Faith and then we're gonna call it. But we are gonna be playing more Faith next weekend. And like I said earlier, I'll emphasize this now. Next is House Speed. House Speed, eh? That's me, baby. I Show Speed. You know what? I'm surprised there's no I Show Speed allegations. But maybe he's just not a fucking degenerate. You know what I mean? That's another thing. Like all these streamers. Here's the thing. I'm gonna ruin. You give a fuck about VTubers. I'm gonna ruin the illusion for you. Right now, is your favorite EN VTuber is one of 4 things. Okay. They're Pippa Pipkin, who is just like retarded and a goblin, but is like was on the outside looking in and then joined the industry, and she knows what pitfalls to avoid. Your second one is a fucking cam girl that converted her industry into VTubing. So she realized that showing whole for money, you can actually do that still while also grifting off fucking gooners. Like Cinder and Project Melody and all this shit, right? Like those are all just converted cam girls into VTubing. I say that with disdain just because I'm not pro sex work in any stretch of the imagination. I'm the kind of guy that like I follow a lot of cosplayers on social media, and like I give these bitches a background check before they get a follow, you know what I mean? And that's like not necessarily on like political or religious grounds or anything like that. Like that does play a part in it, but I just don't want to support that. I feel like it's very grifty and invasive to like nerd space or whatever like that. So that's just me being a fucking gatekeeping boomer. You know what I mean? That's part of it. And then third one, your streamer is a fucking BPD mess. And, like Shondo and Bao, who's also a whole streamer. But like what's going on right now where they're having meltdowns and fucking trying to alienate the 98% of their audience. and Google Docies and all this gay shit. And I don't even follow VTubing, and I can't open Twitter without having to be exposed to this fucking gay bullshit. So it infuriates me. And then lastly, it's a Filipina. And the only reason I say that is because all your Hololive, your fucking Bow Bows, all of them are Filipino. Malaysians or they're Filipinas because they speak English good. And they're easier to manage, I guess, in some capacity. And I don't know if that's more of like a personal thing versus a like an ethnic thing, but for some reason they're all Filipinos and Malaysians. But I think it's more because they speak English good. That's really all I can say as countries that have a lot of English speakers. Anyways, enough of VTubing. Enough of streaming. Because that's all cringe. That's all bullshit. We're gonna play Faith now. Ooh, so what's Faith? Faith is a game that looks like an Atari game. It's old. I actually played the original one many years ago, before New Blood actually on screen right now got involved. And I think it was through it may have been through fucking I may have found it through managers don't have to pay. Yeah, that's the thing. We love our Filipinas. Listen, I'm not knocking Malaysians. I'm not knocking Filipinas because their cosplayers are fire. I will give them that. However, you're right. The managers, I feel like it's like maybe because they're impoverished compared to some whore in fucking Buffalo, New York or something like that, with some shithole, right? You know, they're poor, so they're a little bit more easier. It's easier for them to buy into the whole idol bullshit, and maybe it's just because like they're geographically in the vicinity of Japan, which is like New Jersey counts too. Cultural, culturally in the sphere, and I find it ironic that places like China and Korea really hate Japan. But then you during World War II, the Japanese Empire also invaded Malaysia, and the Malaysians are very fond of Japan and Korea. The Filipinos got, there was a Japanese guy who was living in a fucking hole in the jungle and killing cops and shit like that for till the 70s, man. Yeah, Born Ugly, you can VTube. Are you Maury Calliope? You can be a fat white woman. I don't know if she's still fat, but she was fat. And I know it's ironic coming from me as a fucking boomer piece of shit. I can be Shondo. I can be a fucking 40-year-old English woman. I don't care. It's all it's like I think that's where it bothers me. Is keep in mind I gotta say Southeast Asia is GOAT. I agree. I don't watch VTubers. I'll watch Pippa from time to time because Pippa is also like a official Yostar. She gets the Azur Lane check. She gets the Yostar check, and we'll talk about that a bit more tomorrow when we talk about Stella Sora on the Gotcha review. At what time is it? I don't know what time I said it at. Probably 4:30. Little pre-dinner time stream. How about that? Where you get to watch me dressed as a gay sailor talking about fucking. I'm going to be hungover again, watch. I'm going to keep drinking after the stream. When did I say it was? I gotta go into my creator studio because it's going to fuck with me if I don't look this up. I'll look this up now. 3:30. Okay, so I got to get up at a reasonable time in order to stream. Okay. 3:30 EST tomorrow. Reviewing all the new Gotcha Slop. Come watch. It's going to be fun. I think. It's going to be informative at the least. And maybe you'll find your new fucking waifu bait dog shit simulator. And for the last 2 weeks, my entire evening, getting home and eating, and then going to bed, has been dedicated to playing 8 games in a row because I'm still going to play my games, but I got to review the other ones. You know, I gotta be able to get into it, show you guys what it is, and then, you know, experience it firsthand so I know what to talk about. You know, what's good, what's bad, what's fucking greedy, because there's going to be some of that covered in there as well too. And I'm going to be dressed up as a sailor, not with the pirate hat, mind you, like a fucking like village people sailor. You know what I mean? So it's going to be fun. And assuming if the black, so I did well, I'm going to go back to face cam for a sec here so you can see it. So I did assemble this at some point just so I could test the makeup. The orange comes off really easy. Like, I'm going to get in the shower after this and that's all going to come off. All the black, that's going to take some scrubbing. I'm blurry and fucking goddamn it. And like, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if you can see it, but like, I'm orange up to my nipples right now. Like, I'm committed to this. Arms are orange. I'm pumpkin leaf grind set it's all in. I don't give a fuck. We're here to have a good time. Anyways, I'm here to get drunk on stream and eat rant about VTubers is really what it is. But anyways, back to VTuber. So yeah, you're right. You're born ugly. You can be a VTuber. You can do whatever you want. You can suck. You can be a bad person, and someone's still gonna pay you money. You're still gonna get some fucking idiot on Twitter that's gonna be like, "Oh, don't worry, you can be a piece of shit, and I'll feel bad for you." Post a Google Doc about it, right? It's all very cringe. It's all very whatever. Like, I'm trying my best to be fucking, you know, I'm trying to be a good boy. I don't want to say what I want to say. But. The soju tells you to say bad words. Anyways, we're playing a game. That's what we're doing here. This is not the VTuber stream. I'm in a weight room. I put the wrong thing on. Sorry, guys. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get water. Give me a sec here, because I'm fucked. This is a bad idea. Give me 2 minutes. We're going to put a song on. You're going to look at the spooky weight room screen. Oh, very spooky. And then we'll be back in a second and we'll play Fate. How about that?
Christine.
Alright, we're back. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I hydrated. All right, we're back. I'm wearing a headset. Okay, so I'll be honest with you. I'm not gonna say too much, but I may have eaten something before I streamed, and it is now hitting me very harder than I thought it was going to hit me. It might be illegal where you are, but it's not illegal where I am. Okay, so it's not illegal to purchase it. It's illegal to sell it where I am. So it's not weed. So you can guess, but I'm fucked right now. I'm not gonna lie. All right, we're having fun. All right. Got a guy on base right now, and for the Jays, there's your update. There's your Jays update on this spookiest No Nut November possible. 3-1 still. Bottom of the sixth. Let's go. No, top of the sixth. Sorry. Fuck. Never mind. It's not a good thing. That means that somebody's. So, one thing about this this water-based orange is that it rubs off on everything. Like I mentioned, my light switches are all orange. And my little trackpad thing here on the desk is now orange. And I'm a little pissed off about that. When I turned the light off to walk away, I noticed that it's like, I went all in. This used to be all orange. Now it's on my fucking desk. But thankfully it's water-based, so it should come out. But I don't know. Anyway, so this is Faith. So what is Faith? Faith is a, if you're not familiar with it, which I find it difficult to believe because there's a 4-hour-long Wendigoon video on this fucking game. But I was in this before it was popular. This is my boomer claim, is that I played the original Faith years ago. It's now a trilogy. Three games. We're going to play the first one tonight. 2 and 3 we're going to play a little bit later because 2 and 3 are a bigger investment. But it's designed to look like an old Macintosh or Atari game or whatever you want to fucking frame it as. So it's dated. It's ugly. But there's something about it that really kind of encapsulates that in horror form, which I feel like it does a really good job. And it has this like it's not Microsoft Sam, but it's the old Atari voice modulator. It's still illegal to buy or to sell. And I bought it from a store, which is, listen, we can talk about, I'm not on ketamine. However, ketamine is gray market in Canada. So this is how, look, hold on. Let's go on, before we can jump into this, let's go on another quick Canada rant. So obviously we legalize pot here. Pot's very easy to get. You can go to the pot store. You can get pot. This shit. I gotta go to a fucking pharmacy. This is little Zinarinos. These are Italian Zins that me and my brother bought. I fucking just ruined the camera. But whatever. Hold on. Let me fix this. Fuck me. Focus. This is what I get for buying shit off Amazon. It's also because of the lights. Watch, if I turn this on, it'll fix itself. Hold on. Maybe I'm too orange. Maybe I touched it. Hold on. Ooh, you can see my palm. You know what? You deal with it. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm orange, man. I'm a pumpkin. I don't have to deal with this shit. But anyway, these are 11 milligram Zins, right? I'm a nicotine addict. I'm a man of many vices. Okay? I'm not proud of it. I'm not ashamed of some of them. Listen, you call the RCMP, buddy. I don't give a fuck. Okay? Do it. They're going to come, listen, in 2 weeks, they're going to come after me for liking posts that are slightly critical of Israel in 2 weeks. And I'm going to get life in prison for that. That's not a joke. That's like unironically what's happening in this fuckhole country. And I called it a fuckhole country. That's probably enough to be like hate speech or something like that, right? Listen, I called women holes, VTubers specifically, that are professional porn streamers. Oh, it's fucking sort of fixing itself. And I said not nice things about our political system here. You know, for what it's worth, I do appreciate that I can import these. These are gray market too, mind you. So this is on the same level as these are on the same level. Like anything higher than 4 milligrams are on the same level as psychotropics, ketamine, which is like an actual thing that's caused like a crisis in this country, mind you. There's a lot of fucking junkies in the street on ketamine. It's not that it's like you sold ketamine, you're going to jail. It's like schedule 4, that's another thing too, is like benzos. Like that's one of those things that it's exactly like what you said. It's like I can get benzos. I can be prescribed benzos. I can consume benzos. I can abuse benzos. But I can smoke enough pot to turn me into a fucking catatonic retard. That's perfectly legal. I go to a store and do that. But like fucking nicotine, because we're like Australia in that we have like one issue politicians. Yeah, you can. That's crazy that you can do that. You can shoot up in front of a cop, and now I don't know. Whatever. I'm on drugs. Anyways, we're playing Fear. Or no, we're playing not Fear. We played Fear many times. We're playing Faith. Sorry. So, what is the Faith? It's a trilogy. Like I said, there's 3 games. We are a Catholic priest, specifically an exorcist. And you can see our little neck thing. I forget what it's called. Ooh.
I have to finish what I started. What I am about to do has not been approved by the Vatican.
The Unholy Trinity. We got some Latin. Vicious. So, one thing I mentioned, which is kind of cool, is obviously you heard that it is like it has the audio of that old Apple voice modulator. You'll see that all over. You watch analog horror, they abuse that shit. But I will say that the original Faith, which I think came out in 2017, 2018, thereabouts. I think 2017. Early 2018, late 2017, around that time frame. This was sort of the game that kind of like, I don't want to say originated that, but like, it made it popular. And part of the reason is it's very surreal, kind of like, it's harsh on the ears, so it's like settling, right? Like it's like artificial. So we got all 3 chapters here, and then we got like the marathon mode, which we're not going to play because we're not going to do it. But we're going to play chapter 1 tonight, and then we're going to play chapter Duo, and chapter 3, 2 and 3 next weekend. Like I said, tomorrow, 3:30. Got your review. I like how I did it twice. Alright. We're in our little shitbox car. So, how it works is you show your cross at things. The cross, in this case, is our ultimate weapon against evil. Force as an exorcist for the Vatican. Have you forgotten already? This force has a mind of its own. If you get lost, you could always try remembering where you've been. Pressing the escape key or start button is a good place to start. If you're in a hurry, hold enter or the back button to skip cutscenes. So what that is will get explained when we play the second game. But that is a little evil man's little possessed fiend, tool of the devil. And as we kind of explore the woods, we'll do a little. I don't want to say we'll make this quick, but we'll do a little bit of exploring here. And you can, certain things will interact with your cross. And then that will give us notes. So obviously we can banish our little friend here. And we get a little note. See exactly what I just read. I got some people walking in through the woods around the house last week. Not kids, just regular adults. They told me they got lost while hiking. I pointed them back towards the road. The whole thing just didn't feel right. I think I should go dig up Bob's rifle out of the storage. Another thing you will see as we play, if you're not familiar with this game, is the use of like rotoscoped animation. The Martins' house lies 100 yards off Snake Meadow Hill Road. There's almost no driveway, trees out of the middle of the gravel path that is mostly covered in grass. It was difficult to find the house, especially since it was already dark when we arrived. Father Allred seems to know where he was going. He simply drove straight ahead until we arrived at the house. In the headlights, I saw an old shed off to the right of the path. Father Allred explained that he would rather perform the exorcism away from the house. But the Martins had insisted that Amy remain inside. He complained that having the family present makes it difficult to proceed with elements of the rite that may seem harsh to the layperson. Can I interact with the shed? Oh, I can go in the shed. Oh, there's something outside. Nah, buddy. I'm ready for you. A lot of deer in these there woods, eh? Oh, I got killed. And see what I mean by rotoscope? You'll see more of that as we go. I died. Alright, so if I remember, the house should be over here. I bet you we could find more notes off these tombstones. There we go. Little lore dumps. Mr. Martin, excuse me, it's taken longer than expected registering the markers in your property as a historical cemetery. Our office has difficulty identifying who is buried there. The inscriptions on the gravestones are written in a language that we cannot identify. I've sent to the gravestone rubbings to some of my peers at the University of Connecticut. I will then reach out to you when I get a response from them. All the best, Daryl Huntington, State of Connecticut Historical Society. So we got some sussy headstones there. Chases deer away too. Be gone! There's supernatural entities afoot. Am I about to die? Oh, that's a pause screen. Oh, weird. Ah, okay, so we have a little map arena. So if he's on the screen, that affects your pause screen. That's new. That wasn't in the original build. So obviously, like, it loops. So where are we relative? So this is where the little cemetery is down here. Down at the bottom. We have the shed to the... We had to go the other way, basically. So we probably looped around in a dumb way. So it's this way. Jeez. Unless that's a different shed. Which I don't think it is, because... Yeah, we got a key there. Okay. You can suffer a little Midnight Sonata while we go ahead. Some more lore. Bob, the kids and I miss you more every day. The twins and Amy have started their next school year here at home. Amy keeps asking when she's going to be allowed to go to the real school. I think she's getting cabin fever. The twins are having no problems occupying their time. Yesterday, they came in with their hands covered in blood. I guess they found a dead deer and thought it would be a good idea to touch it. I think we might have a coyote problem because when I went out to look at a deer, it was a pretty dead deer. It was a pretty gruesome sight. All this is just a day after the twins' birthday party. Can't wait till you come home. It's 3-2 right now. Bottom of the 6. 1 J on base. For real this time. We're just going to trot along. We get to the house. Aha! We found it. So we got the key. Mr. and Mrs. Martin greeted us at the front porch. Mr. Martin led us downstairs to the basement, explaining that Amy was down there in restraints. I felt for him. There was guilt and shame in his voice. Amy was in the very back of the attic in a chair, perfectly calm, staring at us. It is hard to describe the look in her face. It was not the kind of look a child gives you. I think we can interact with the paintings, too, if I remember correctly. Oh, yeah. Woohoo. So that's the Martin family. Not ominous at all. Very spooky. There's still fruit in the fruit bowl, it looks like. Let's go fucking show. That's silly. Why was there fruit in the fruit bowl? Very silent. Definitely silent. Spooky. Now, if I remember correctly, there's something you can do with this mirror and that effect. Now, it might only be on the trilogy playthrough, but I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure there's something like there's like a hidden boss fight or something like that associated with that, if I remember correctly. A lot of secrets in this game. A little bicycle, stationary bike. This would be the twins' room, I reckon. Look suspicious. Bob must be stationed somewhere in the Middle East because he sent over this weird-looking doll for Amy's birthday. I'll ask Anish about it when we have next time we have book club. She looks like she could be Amy didn't seem excited to see the doll. I think she would rather have a phone instead. Or maybe seeing a baby doll makes her feel self-conscious about her working at the clinic. And that'll be something that we talk about more in the third game. I guess I was the only one that thought to check up the attic. When I got up there, it was freezing cold. I found Amy standing in the back, looking straight at me, like when we first met downstairs. We spoke briefly, although it was frustrating to talk to her, or it. I experienced a bit of deception from the demon. During our conversations, she uttered my mother's first name and other instance spoke perfect Latin. I called for help from the others, but nobody came. So I raised my crucifix and began the rite again. So I guess that door with the ominous blood trail is probably where we need to go. This looks suspicious too. Rubber ducky. Theme of the games today. We have had 2 games that have had spooky, ominous rubber duckies. I don't feel safe in my own home anymore. I hear voices outside around the house at night. I don't let the twins out in the woods to play because I'm afraid of what's out there. The house itself feels stressed, distorted, slanted somehow. It's like I'm walking through a carnival funhouse. Amy's condition has only gotten worse. I can't stand to be around her, and I just don't know why. She just doesn't seem like herself anymore. I want to take her to the doctor, but I can't leave the boys here. I find that the phone stops working throughout the day, and I can't seem to find my car keys. Thank God Bob comes home tomorrow. So I guess maybe we got to go to the basement first, because the attic seems to be shut, and we don't have an interact with the door button. So that's really the only thing you got is your little cross. Very simplistic game. 2-button classic, you know? None of these frills, none of these combos. Is there a basement door? Maybe that's what... Oh, it's right there. I'm dumb. That's a suspicious looking mannequin. Nope. Can't interact with it. What about the wash machine? What about this puddle? What about this spooky sheet? The crib. Dear Amy, thanks for writing. It was really bright my day hearing from you. In your letter, you asked what the weirdest thing I've seen as a missionary. The area we're working has a lot of folks who practice Kimbaba. It's what you might call a pagan religion. It's kind of a mix of Catholic and African religions. One of the saints they worship is San del Muerte, or Saint Death. Yesterday we talked to a boy about 15. When we asked him if he had ever prayed, he said, no, but I have prayed to San del Muerte. He told us about the time when he stayed over at his cousin's house, and according to him, they prayed to some figures of San del Muerte, and the figures made things in the house move around. We got real quiet and scared looking after that. He got real quiet, not we. He. We told him he could pray to God and that God wouldn't make him feel scared like that. But we invited him to check at the church, but he hasn't come yet. I need to wrap this letter up and get back to work. See you in 4 months. Leighton. So Leighton is someone else, I guess. I don't know if that's relevant. Oh boy, spooky. Can I flash my cross enemies? Nope. What's down here? Oh, evil. Amy's parents could not endure witnessing the proceedings of the rite for long. Mrs. Martin was hysterical, and the thing that was inside of Amy was feeding on that fear. Father Allred asked me to take the Martins upstairs. I was physically worn out, but managed to get them back to the stairs into the kitchen. Amy was screaming, "Mother, Mother," the whole time. Finally, I got them to sit down with me in the kitchen table. After a few minutes, we couldn't hear much of anything down in the basement, so I went down to check on things. I found Father Allred lying on his back, unconscious, with his arms spread out wide. Amy was not in the chair. 4-2 now, baby. Top of the 7. Let's go. Go Jays, go. So this looks ominous. Ooh. Uh-oh. So I think we need to go to the attic now. Confront our literal demons. Or not. Or back to the basement. One of the two. Oop. Never mind, we're dead. So we got to find out which one's the clone and which one's not. That's a pretty obvious. It's obvious now that I've died. Alright. To the basement we go. She coming. Oh, oh, oh. Made it. Fast as fuck, boy. Can't catch me. We're about to get got. We even need to get out of the house. One of the two. Gotta run. Or we can't leave the house. One of the two. It looks like the latter. Okay, we still haven't died as much as I've died in Clap Clap, which is embarrassing to say. Okay. It's got to be the attic, right? Or I die, one of the two. It's not fair. Last time I got a little attack where I needed to fucking thunder off. Hmm. Okay, so it flickers one time. Okay. So it's obvious. It's obvious now how to win. There's a key I gotta find. I'm just dumbing. We get to explore more. So don't go to the front door. It's a bad idea. Or don't walk on the carpet near the front, clearly, because that's what's fucking me over now. It's been a few minutes since I played this, clearly, so I don't remember exactly how to proceed. Ooh, I died there. It's gotta be the basement we go, right? Because that's where the everything initially took place. Okay, so we just needed the banisher down here. Okay. Okay. Man, I'm so good at games. It's like I didn't die once. We're gonna pretend I didn't die once anyway for the For my pride, what's little of it's left. Molly, the church might contact you in a few days to tell you that their version of what happened to me. I want you to hear it from me first. A year ago, I was involved in the exorcism of Amy Martin. What they said about in the papers about what happened isn't true. She, my superior father, there's stuff missing. When I confronted her, she managed to cut power to the house and her own parents with their own. I have to go back to the house. The nightmares I'm having are real. She's still there, waiting for me. I can still help her. If I don't come back, know that I love you and I'm sorry. John. Oh.
My God, what happened to you? Do you see my face, you crazy? I have to finish what I started. You my priest.
You get me, motherfucker? I do believe that, for sure. She got a big old hole. I was going after the wrong one, wasn't I? Or I didn't dodge. Oh ho ho! That's what it was. Woo! Oh, you can still attack her while she's... Knock some health off. Oop. Okay, so we gotta avoid her, obviously. I fucked up. And I got in the way of the pentagram. That was not fair. The hitboxes. Now we move. Now move. She's gonna go up this time. Fuck! Alright, we got this. That's new. All right, we won though. She's in the backyard. So there's multiple endings to this. Now, obviously, there's sequels. It's a series, so we can kill her. Obviously, we can grab the shotgun and do it. Now we're only gonna do one ending. I think we can go out there without the shotgun. I think there's like 5 endings, so we're gonna go out there without it. We're gonna just not shoot her. But there's also an option to shoot the ghoulie out in the fucking
A dog with 1 bullet.
That's a well. Which you probably passed earlier and fucking didn't do it. Because I think it's like, yeah, it's like straight down. So that's what that is in the map. We missed some lore. We just got bail. We can take the gun with us. We did it.
I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him I will trust. I shall not be afraid of the terror in the night, nor the evil that walketh in darkness. Because I have made the Lord my refuge. Because I have set my love upon him, therefore will he deliver me. I shall call upon him and he will answer me. He will be with me in trouble. He will deliver me and honor me. I can't explain what happened at that house. I can only have faith that I did the right deed.
Endings, yeah, 5 endings, I was right. Now, the other endings, to my understanding... Yeah. Police animal experts investigate chupacabra remains found near Sterling. Sterling PD in enlisting the help of local animal experts at the University of Connecticut after the remains of an unidentified animal were found near Sterling. The remains of an animal, which some residents are calling a chupacabra, were discovered on Snake Meadow Hill Road by a motorist yesterday. The animal had apparently been struck by a vehicle, and parts of its carcass were scattered across the road. Police say that initially investigated the gruesome scene because the motorist who discovered the remains had told them that they appeared to be of a person. Excuse me. After arriving at the scene, police concluded that the remains were of some kind of animal. As a matter of public safety, we want to be sure about what exactly we're dealing with here, said a Sterling police spokesman. This is clearly not a deer or a coyote. If it's a mountain lion or an exotic pet that escaped from its owners, or an animal with rabies, we need to know about it. Animal experts attached to the investigation would not speculate about what kind of animal was found, although they commented that the animal was hairless, anemic, and apparently suffered from the rickets, a vitamin D deficiency that appears in animals and children who have not received enough sunlight. So we unlock some goodies. That's new, because I haven't played the trilogy version yet, as you can tell by the achievements popping up. So that's the first episode of Faith. Now, there are other endings that I would say better. Oop, wrong thing again. Better set up the subsequent chapters a little bit better than this did, because this feels like a cut and dry ending as far as the events of the rest of the game are going to go. But we will play that next week at some point. We'll worry about it then. Maybe I'll replay it if I have to. I don't think so. I think we can jump right into chapter 2 and experience that, and we will. But tomorrow, 3:30 Eastern, we got the Gotcha review. The Halloween setup's still going to be here. Don't you worry. It's not going anywhere. It's probably going to be up next weekend too, because even though it's literally just like bats and candles and lights, I'm not going to take it down because I'm the laziest motherfucker on the planet. So that's Faith. That was Clap Clap, Children of the Clay, Faith, and then we watched a little bit of a goonery as far as dealing with the Azur Lane stuff goes. And maybe we'll talk more about that tomorrow with the Gotcha stream stuff. Who can say? But this is driving me crazy now. It's been 3.5 hours since I put it on. Almost 4 hours, which is pretty crazy. I got this done early. And it sucks. It feels weird. But Jays are top of the 8th. No, sorry, it's not the Jays are top of the 8th. It's top of the 8th. Jays are leading 4-2. They just got to stay locked in. That's all that matters. We got Trey Savage on the mound. That's all that matters too. And we're going to win tonight. It's going to be a good night. I'm going to keep drinking. I'm going to regret it in the morning. But we'll talk about that on the Sunday afternoon stream when we talk about Gotcha games. Maybe we'll talk about the Toronto Blue Jays a little bit more. But either way, thanks for coming out. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. And then after that, I will see you guys next Friday for... I don't know yet. It's not going to be Faith. Faith is probably going to be Saturday. But there's a lot of games to play. There's a lot of crap we got going on stream. Maybe it'll be Stellar Blade. Maybe we'll be playing more Stellar Blade. Oh, we got to finish that. We're near the end. So I got to finish streaming. We got to finish probably 2 more parts, I would say, of Stellar Blade left before those are done. So we will see that in November. I'm going to try to stay healthy so that I don't get really sick and, decide I don't want to fucking stream with my nose sounding like I have fucking Kleenex jammed into it. So we'll see. But have a good night. Go Jays. And we will talk to you guys tomorrow in a few hours. Happy November, guys. Happy day after Halloween.